morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Deadline reports that Netflix will be making use of its live streaming technology in 2023, and the first person to test it out will be Chris Rock. Yes, Netflix's VP of stand-up and comedy formats, Robbie Praw, said this will be an unforgettable moment, and we're so honored that Chris is carrying this torch. So congratulations to Chris Rock. Offset has delayed the release of his new solo album following the death of his cousin and former Migos member Takeoff. A screenshot of the DM exchange between Set and a fan confirmed the delay, with the fan writing in part, "It's probably the last thing on your mind, but is your album still dropping Friday?" And he replied, "No, push back." And the delay is presumably done out of respect for Takeoff. While Offset has yet to share an official statement, he changed his Instagram avatar to a photo of Takeoff. Prior to Takeoff's passing, the 28-year-old had just linked with Quavo for their first album together, only built for Infinity Links. The celebration of life for Takeoff is today at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. They did release a statement that all seats have been claimed and asking that if people do not have tickets, please do not head downtown. It's going to be crazy downtown. The service is set to begin at 12 noon with doors opening up at 11 a.m. It will be overseen by Lilburn's New Mercies Church and Senior Pastor Reverend Jesse Cherney III. No photos or videos will be allowed during the service, and phones will be collected before guests can enter the building. At this time, no arrests in connection to Takeoff's death have been made, and our prayers and condolences and love go out to his family and loved ones. It is a sad day in Atlanta. It is gloomy, it is raining, and we can just feel it just all through the place. Yes.
Let me ask you a question. I know you got other story, but what would you say to an aspiring artist that want to do hip hop and be a rapper in this day and this time? What would you say to them?
I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea, because most of them don't listen. They think they know everything, and you just have to let them touch the hot-ass stove. I'll tell them it's hot, but they're going to touch it anyway. That's just the day and age that we're living in, unfortunately, and people have to go through things for themselves. They don't listen to us, so there's nothing I can do. But, I would say stay humble. Stay humble. Stay your ass in the house if you can. You know what I'm saying?
Because that was the main point. Like, how do they stay safe?
Now, that's a good question. I don't know.
Because I'm sitting up there watching that video. Because I'm watching that, all the videos and stuff with Takeoff. I'm like, okay, because if I'm standing around like, okay, who are these people walking up? Because these ain't the people, okay. Like, if I don't know certain people and they just I don't know, man. I read people, like when people come out of nowhere. When I be backstage, it really make me nervous when people show up that I don't know and they just have this kind of stand in the back type vibe and just kind of
just looking.
Just standing back there looking and weird. This is why I freak out when people are backstage. Like, why are you here? You should be in the audience. Like, I don't know, Brad. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And these young dudes, they don't make no eye contact. They got them damn hoodies on. They got their hands in they pockets and stuff. It's just kind of I don't know. It's scary as hell, Brett. I'm not lying. I was walking down Michigan Avenue. I was walking down Michigan Avenue in the shine. I'm walking down to the Nike store, walking right across that street where Garrett's Popcorn is on, crossing that street to go down to the Nike store. You know what I'm talking about. Man, it was 5 dudes in a Chrysler 300. All of them had on hoodies, and they was driving real slow, and they was coming across the intersection, and all of them was looking at me and the people I was with, and I felt like I looked death in the eye. All of them was looking, and they rode by real slow. It was chilling. Ooh. All of them had their hoods pulled up, and they had all 4 windows pulled down. Let down all 4. It was scary as hell, and I'm talking about this sent chills up my spine. And I'm telling you, man, that's the time we living in. And I'm telling you, if they would have circled the block and saw us again and Michigan Avenue wasn't crowded that day, because it was a Friday, if it wasn't crowded that day and they would have drove around and saw us again, I think we would have been dead. And I don't give a damn if you think it's profiling. Wow. Ain't no way in the hell you going to tell me 5 dudes riding around in the Chrysler 300, all the windows down, all of them got on coats with the hood up, and they looking. And when they looked at me, I kind of smiled and nodded my head in respect, like, they kind of waved at them or whatever, you know, and it was a blank stare. They didn't smile. They was mean mugging. And I was like, ooh. Damn, I grabbed my niece and everybody else and said, look, turn, go that way, go that way. I grabbed everybody and said, don't make no eye contact. We was just stunned. And that's the type of stuff. You better get the hell on when you see stuff like that. I don't give a damn. You call it profiling, call it whatever the hell you want to call it. Or whatever. I seen that same look before that dude pulled that trigger and shot me in 95. It was that same look. I know it when I see it. They don't care, man. Oh, I wasn't trying to ruin your segment, man, but we have to talk about this stuff. Done. Keep everybody safe, man. When you see stuff like that, man, this is a whole different generation, man. When they standing around with them damn hoodies on and them pants, they walking and looking, they got a certain kind of vibe. You know, you be looking people in the eye. You're intentional. You looking to speak. You looking to, you know, so that's all.